I will give everybody a couple of minutes to get in here before I start the stream. Vicky and Casey have been captured. They were captured in Evansville, Indiana, but at a large cost, and not just to in the financial way. Vicky has shot herself, and Casey has very minimal injuries. They will be doing everything that they can to get Casey back to Alabama here in the next couple of days. They did capture him in Evansville. They were in a Cadillac. There was a chase, and trying to evade capture, Vicky decides she's going to shoot herself. She's in the hospital. She has some very serious injuries going on. And we don't know if this is going to end up taking her life. And if it doesn't take her life, what kind of life will she have? And he will never see the light of day again. Because if she dies, it's going to be blamed on him anyway. And he's going to have a rough go at it inside the Alabama prison systems, I tell you what. Can you imagine him being brought back to Lauderdale County anyway? Especially after this woman shooting herself. They are going to have him for breakfast. Hey Oreo, how are you? They said that the owner of the car wash had turned in a tip, and that is what led to the U.S. Marshals being able to track them down there in Indiana, that they had plenty of vehicles, plenty of gas, plenty of everything. Yeah. I'm guessing that she probably still had her house in Indiana too. If he would have never got out in public, and if he would have never went to that car wash last night like a dummy, but yeah, I guess he just had to get out and flaunt it, that he had to get out just to see if he could get away with it, you know, just that sociopathic way of thought that, haha, you know, I got away with something. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Robin. I don't know either. I don't know. I guess because you can only withdraw so much at each bank, I'm guessing that they would only let her withdraw so much at each bank, and then she withdrew from each ATM the limits at the ATM too, and she got every penny she could before leaving. And I'm sure that they're going to investigate whether she actually shot herself or whether he actually shot her. I'm wondering if it was a witnessed thing, if the U.S. Marshals witnessed her shooting herself. They did not say if they recovered any cash or what. They did not say that yet. I was more concerned with, letting you guys know what had happened to Miss Vicky. And I hate that because, I've been in and out of this area since 2014. This time. And longer than that, in and out when I was a kid. I was gone for about 20 years. But still in all, this is a really small place. You see people coming in and out of the stores. You see people coming in and out the restaurants. And you get to where you know people on a first name basis. You see people when you're pumping gas. You know your neighbors. You know who they are. And I knew Vicky from being just in the community. I knew who she was when I seen her. And I was really shocked and surprised that she let herself get into this to begin with. If you seen her in the store getting something to drink on her way to work, she was one that she just, if she was in uniform, she didn't smile at people. She kept that rough and tough exterior. She was pretty much a hard ass. She took her job serious. She didn't socialize with a lot of people outside of her job. And it just really shocked me. When the news broke, I thought, oh no, he has somehow got to her. He got to one of her family members and he coerced her into doing this. This is not Vicky. And then by the second day, it became clear that this was some kind of fell in love with an inmate situation. And I couldn't believe that she even let herself get involved with that. She knew better. And now here she is 14 days later, now in the hospital, fighting for her life, and shot herself in the head because she knew if she got caught what she was going to face. So all this for 14 days of freedom for this piece of crap. White supremacist gangbanger. Really? And that's basically what he is inside of prison walls. And you can't tell me that he's much better than that outside of prison walls. Because that's what got him inside those walls. And Miss Robin, I don't know. That's what I said. I don't know, since they were involved in a pursuit, if they actually witnessed her shooting herself or not. I've heard both, Oreo. I've heard stomach and I have heard head. But either way, I'm sure that they will be getting some fingerprints off of that weapon. And there will be some serious interrogations going on over that to make sure that she was the one that pulled the trigger. Because that was the first thing I thought of was, oh my God, did he shoot her? Or did she actually shoot herself? And do they know that for a fact? Is that factual? You know, who knows? Hey Karen, how are you tonight? Or this evening? But had he not had to get out in public last night, they probably would have had it made. That's probably right. Because the very first report that I heard said stomach. It was the second that I heard said head. So the very first one was probably right because it was a Fox channel and it was local. And I trust the local channels more than I trust these fly-by-night channels, because the local channels, you can't get anywhere near the police station right now, because I mean they're covered up there at the courthouse and the police station. Believe me, I tried. They're like everywhere, all over the square. It is really sad. She was willing her whole life, 14 days of freedom for that piece of crap. But I can't wait to see how how his Days of Thunder and how he's going to be treated when he gets brought back to Lauderdale County for this. I bet there won't be any extra biscuits on his tray this go around. And he will probably be in solitary. He will not be out in general pop. He won't have a chance to do this twice. He won't have a chance to... You can count on him being locked down 23/7. They will make an example out of him. He has caused an embarrassment to the whole county and to the whole department. It won't be anything nice when he does get back here. $1 to a Donut says that he has his attorney file for some kind of injunction to have him moved out of Lauderdale County quickly. I don't know if they can do that, but it wouldn't surprise me that he would try. I can only think of 2 more women up there, and one of them is the nurse, and she has to be escorted by a deputy. And I can only think of one more. And I'm not sure that she's a jailer. I think she's a street deputy. But I could be wrong because I'm not one that frequents or hangs around up at the jail. But that I can recall seeing, like out in the community, out that I've spoke to at the store, I can only think of one more. Just one more female that I can think of. And she has like brown hair, and it's probably about as long as mine. And that's one that I wouldn't want to mess with. I mean, she's one that you can look at her and tell that she would put a boot in a grown man's ass real quick. She just carries herself like that. Hey, Miss Cookie, what are you doing? Yeah, I've seen her around a lot out in the community. And like I said, when you live in these small communities, everybody knows everybody's families around here. All they said was she was had some very serious injuries and that she was fighting for her life. I'm fixing to get out here in a few minutes and talk to people in the community and see if anybody else has heard anything different than what's been said on the news. I was fixing to go out here. I was on my way out the door, really, when I went live, when the news was 1 second old. So I will record everything and I will bring y'all back the news firsthand. And we'll just see what the community's saying. Because that's really, in these small communities, that's the best way to find out anything, is you get out and you talk to people. Because, more than likely you get out, to the stores and to the restaurants and you run across a cousin, an aunt, a mother, something, or a friend of her mom's, or a friend of her this, or, you know how these small communities are. Or you get up here to the store and a deputy was just in there and the deputy said this and the deputy said that. Yeah, Cookie's trying to tell me to take her outside. That's what they said, that she shot herself. And that's what's being said around here, that she shot herself. She shot herself in the stomach. The sheriff said that she had very critical injuries due to her shooting herself. So right now I'm going to go with what Sheriff Singleton is saying. Hold on, Cookie, I'll let you out. Alright, we'll go out. Come on. I'm doing a load of clothes. That's not my house coming apart. That's my washing machine. Come on, girl. Let's go. But I'll get out in the community here as soon as I stop this live, and it won't take me just a couple of minutes to get up to the store and everything. As soon as the reporters clear out from the jail and from the courthouse and everything, I'll work myself up that way too and see if I can't find myself a deputy to talk to. But everybody try to keep her in your prayers anyway. I mean, most of my viewers are women, and I think that we've all been had by a man or two in our life. Not saying what she did was right, but I think we've all been lied to and what I'm saying, I guess I don't want her to die from a bad situation, from a bad decision. That's what I'm trying to say. She's going to have to go to jail and do her time and she never needs to be in another job of power. Because she definitely abused what power she had, for sure. But I don't want to see the woman die because she made a really effed up decision. So did everybody have a good Mother's Day yesterday? Mine was pretty good. I ended up, we done a shrimp boil, and I boiled shrimp with little baby potatoes and corn and onion. And then when my daughter came in, she was like, "Did you not fry any shrimp, Mom?" So then I ended up frying some shrimp on top of that. So that's what we had for Mother's Day. But it was good. I ate until I about got sick. Are you about done? It's good to see you too, Smiley. Matter of fact, I haven't. Cookie, she is an American Bulldog. And she's old. She's 13 years old. Cookie, can you say hi? Let me find her there. Can you say hi? Look here. Look at me. Look at me. There she is. Look at me. Say hi. She don't look at the camera good. But she's an American Bulldog. Today's been kind of rough. It would have been my son's 31st birthday. He was born on Mother's Day. It fluctuates either the day before or on Mother's Day or the day after. So this was the first Mother's Day I had without him, and his first birthday I've had without him. So. But I'm making it. I've just kind of been hanging around the house all day just dealing with it. Are you ready to go back in now? Let's go back in the house. Come on. Up the steps. Up. Come on, you got one more trip up the steps. One more. Oh, I know. It's so tiring. Here you go. Here's your biscuit. Here's your dog bone. You're a good girl. Alright guys, we will cut the live here and I will get my purse and everything and I will run to town and run into the store and everything. See what kind of news I can't find you about Miss Vicky locally. I will see if all the reporters and stuff have thinned out at the courthouse and at the sheriff's department. And if not, I will just check like the local stores, stuff like that. Well, I knew her, locally and all the families. You kind of know. In a town this big, everybody's family knows everybody, so. It was good seeing all y'all too, and thanks so much for tuning in. And like I said, I'll bring y'all back some news here in just a little while. See what I can't find out for you guys. And like I said, you can generally find out something, from just going out into the community and asking questions. So I'll go and just see. I'll ask and see what everybody's saying. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Thanks.